Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Runway Podcast. As you can see, I'm in a different setup. I'm down south visiting the parentals, and I have a very special guest with me today. Mrs. Donyetta Edwards is here.
Hello, hello.
Dyetta. How do we say your screen name?
Dyetta.
Dyetta.
Yes.
Welcome, Dyetta,
Thank
to
you,
the
thank
show. So I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm visiting my parents, and of course, I had to link up with my girl, get her on the show.
I've been waiting for this all year.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. Who is Donyetta? Where are you from?
I am from Smith Station, Alabama.
Smith Station, Alabama. What's the population of that town?
Ooh. Put it this way, it didn't become a city until like my junior year in college. Before that, it really was a town. I think we have 2 traffic lights. And we probably just got those like in the early, when Cash Money Records was taking over for the
2000s?
Yeah. Like that's when we got the 2. We have 2 traffic lights. So it's in between Auburn, Alabama and Columbus, Georgia.
Wow.
Yeah, if you blink, there's only one high school. So we're like a 6 or 7A division because it's only one school in the whole.
So how did you end up in Atlanta?
Living that close to Atlanta because it's only like an hour and a half away from Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
So like Atlanta was like the dream for every black person like who made it.
Yeah.
And when I made it, I was like,
So Atlanta was the big city of the South.
Yeah, and I have a lot of family members that live in Atlanta, and we'd come visit them every summer for spring break. And so when I graduated college, I went to college in Birmingham, Alabama. And when I graduated, I was like, you know what? I'm going to Atlanta.
So how long have you been in Atlanta?
Since 2007.
2007, so 13 years.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it.
And how are you liking it? Is this your like permanent home, or are you gonna maybe?
Yeah, I'm never probably gonna move.
No?
It would have to be like, maybe if I moved to like a Caribbean island somewhere, but
Shoot, I hear that.
okay. But yeah, I love Atlanta. I really, really do.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't. This heat,
It's
like,
too hot.
I had to change my shirt because I was like sweating through my shirt. Like, New York is hot in the summer, but we got nothing.
It's
in
a different
Atlanta.
type of heat.
Yeah, different type of heat.
The humidity down here.
Yeah, it's like it's hella hot. It's hot. Okay, so you've been in Atlanta for 13 years. What do you do for a living here?
I am a loan officer at a nonprofit. We lend to developers that build affordable housing.
Nice, and you get to travel a lot for your company,
Yes,
right?
I get to travel a lot because I have to go meet the clients. Sometimes I have to go look at the empty piece of land that they have this big vision for. And so luckily my region is the Southeast. I do some of the Midwest, but the Southeast means I get to go to Miami a lot.
Yeah, I've been seeing them pictures from
Yes.
the airplane, wow.
Yeah, so.
That's nice. So how did you come into that?
I used to be an underwriter when I first finished graduate school. So it was the same type of work. I was doing underwriting for affordable housing. I used to spend a lot of time. I used to work at SunTrust for maybe 8 years. Ended up leaving there, but some people that I worked with, they came to this new organization I'm at, and they were like, hey, are you looking for a career change? And I was like, yeah. So the nonprofit world is a lot different from the corporate world. Like I literally work from 9 to 5. I remember when I had my first job in banking, I was told if I get there at 8, I'm late, and if I leave at 5, I'm leaving early.
Wait, were you salaried?
Yeah.
So no overtime?
No overtime.
Listen,
Yeah.
when you salary, your hours are 9 to 5.
They get you. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
So I have a lot better work-life balance in this industry I'm in, so I like that.
That's good. So this is a running podcast, so we got to talk about your running.
All right.
So what year did you start running?
I started running maybe 2009. I was in my late 20s. So I think about 2008, 2009.
And what was the catalyst that got you into running?
Let me tell you. So like all through college, I used to be like emaciated, skinny, right? So like my screen name, Dyetta, that's because I needed a username back when College Club and Black Planet was out. And so it was Dyetta Slim. Like I weighed 105 pounds.
Sounds like me.
Yeah. And so like as I got like in my late 20s, I was like, wait, I'm starting to gain weight. And so I started on the elliptical machine. I got tired of that for about a month. And so I was like, I'm going to go outside and run in my neighborhood. And I'm going to do a mile. And I thought I was going to die. I think I did like 3 times. And so when I came back to life, I was like, wow, that was great. Let me see if I can do it again.
So that's how you got into running. So now Atlanta used to be like the running capital of like everywhere. I remember seeing all the running groups in Atlanta, and you know, BGR was big here, BMR. But what happened to the running scene here?
You know what? That's something I've been trying to figure out, because when I first got started, I was a solo runner for like that first year. And then I was like, Black girls run. And so I would go do the group runs. I think everybody has just gotten used to being like individualistic. And so we might do group runs, but there's no loyalty to like certain run organizations anymore, if that makes sense.
And that's crazy, because in New York, there are like run crews have like sprouted. There's a run crew at every corner you turn. But yeah, like BGR was like the first. Like that's how I got my start in BGR in Long Island. But it's like BGR is like dead. Like what happened? BGR is dead down here too, or are they still going?
They still have a lot of group runs. So there are a lot of ladies, and you know, here, because Atlanta is so trafficky and so big, they do cluster it depending on what side of town you run on. There's a BGR Camp Creek. I used to run with them. There's a BGR out in Smyrna. So you can cluster it as far as like where you live, so you don't have to make a commute just to meet with your group and run. But I think it's a mixture of a lot of people have started their own things in their own run groups, and so it sort of like makes everything dissipate and spread out.
Yeah, and that kind of makes me sad, because like we all started, and if you don't know, BGR is Black Girls Run. It's a running organization that started years ago. Their mission was to get, you know, African American women out active and, you know, from couch to running. So a lot of us started that way, and we've all like kind of moved on. Some people kind of moved on, some people are kind of still in it, but
I don't think I've done a run with BGR since maybe 2013, 2014.
For me too.
Yeah.
But I won't get into the reason why I love BGR, because it's shit. We could go.
Just like, that's neither here nor there. That's a whole nother.
There's a whole.
We're gonna put a pin in that. You tell me when we finish this.
So I always like to ask everyone what kind of running sneakers they're running in. So what's your preference?
I'm an Asics girl.
Really?
I love Asics.
I'm shocked to hear you. I think you're the first person that has said
Really?
Asics. Yeah.
I love Asics. I like the gel Nimbus. Now that's a heavier shoe because it has more cushion. So I'll save that for like my longer runs, or if I'm doing like a half marathon, and then the couple of times I've been crazy enough to do marathons. But if I'm doing like a 5K or a 10K and I'm trying to like be a little bit more speedy, I like the Saucony Liberty.
And we were just talking about how to say Saucony.
Is it Saucony or Saucony?
I say Saucony, but we're gonna have to look this up, and we'll put up a poll to see what you guys think. So
I used to say Saucony, and then somebody's like, "What is that?" And I was like, Saucony.
Listen, we're gonna say it the New York way. It's Saucony.
Okay,
we
I like that's the Alabama way too.
Saucony.
Yeah, Saucony.
So, Guy, I don't think I've ever owned a pair of Asics.
Oh, I love them, and I like because they always have like the multicolors. Because like even in just like my non-running life, I sort of dress like a bag of Skittles. Like this is real muted, but like I like all these colors, and so I remember Asics. They have the glow in the dark shoes, and I never have to worry about if my shoes match my outfit, because I shouldn't care because I'm working out,
no,
but I do.
Care.
Yeah, I'm like. One of my friends, she saw a picture of me at a race, and she said, "You're gonna be that soccer mom that matches from like head to toe." I was like, "Yeah, probably."
Somebody posted on one of my pictures today. He said, "Why do you always match in your running gear?" I said, "Because I only buy red, black, and blue. So my stuff is always gonna match. Those are my three options: red, black, and blue. So I always match. That's why I always match people. I only have 3 color options in my staple." So we've been in quarantine for like 3 or 4 months now,
or 5 or 6 years.
I know, it's crazy. So what did you have any races on the schedule for 2020 that got canceled?
So the last race that I was able to run was the Miami half, but I was supposed to run the Brooklyn half. I signed up for Brooklyn again. Last year was my first year. So Brooklyn. The race has been changed to a virtual option. Pivot. Yeah. And it's probably like 50. Peachtree Road Race is supposed to be on the 4th of July. Yeah.
You register for that?
Every year. That's like,
You know what? I've done it for 4 years. But this is the one year I said, I'm not registering for this because this race ain't happening. But
See,
they changed it, though.
They changed it. It's going to be on Thanksgiving Day this year.
Yeah.
So I'm a member of Atlanta Track Club. And like I told my best friend, I will miss your funeral if you try to have it on Peachtree Road Race Day.
But it's not going to be the same, though. Like,
I opted to get my money back.
Yeah, you did?
Yeah.
Because you know what? It's probably not going to happen anyway on Thanksgiving.
It's not looking like it. And people won't sit still.
Yeah.
So it's escalating again.
Listen, I went to Kroger the other day. Okay, look, in New York, when you go in the store, they have a sign on the door. If you don't have a mask, you can't come in.
Oh no,
When you go in Target, the security card is right there, and I've seen him stop people and say, "If you don't have a mask, you cannot come in."
Nah.
I went to the UPS store. Okay, a woman peeks in the door and she says, "Do I have to have a mask on to come in here?" And the guy behind the counter, who is masked, tells her no. And she walks in the store and she's just chilling with no mask. And I'm like, I moved like 5 feet away from her.
Like, get away.
But I'm like, what? Is it our governor? It's the governor, isn't it?
I only have a mayor. Her name is Keisha. I think people feel entitled to do what they want to do, and that's not what's best for everybody else. So people really act like wearing a mask is infringing on their like their first constitutional rights or something like that. It's not. So I think it's just a lack of consideration, and then it's not a requirement. So because our governor has not made it a requirement, and we started lifting our shelter in place a lot earlier than we probably should have, and most definitely before it was advised. So I think it's just a sense of entitlement.
And shoot, I was in Kroger and there's a sign that says you must wear a mask, and people were still up in there with no mask. I'm like, listen, and that was like Tuesday. Today's Friday. I ain't been outside since.
See?
I'm like, I'm not going back outside. I'm gonna be in this house until it's time for me to go back to New York. I'm
like,
not
even
going back
when
outside.
I go walking or running, like, social distancing, and I don't have on a mask because I'm exercising, like, people don't mind, like, you don't know where I've been and like what I've been doing. Like, so if I'm running and I'm approaching somebody and I can get into the street and give them a little bit more leeway on the sidewalk, I will. But I notice some people are like perfectly fine. Like,
They don't care.
I've seen people with baby strollers, like two couples will have their babies and their babies will just be... I went to a protest. I've been to a couple protests here in Atlanta. I saw a couple with masks on. They had a toddler in the stroller without a mask on. She was eating some of those, what are those cute little oranges? Not a tangerine.
Cuties.
Yeah, eating her cutie, having the time of her cutie life.
So they protect themselves and then protect their child.
Exactly.
That makes no sense.
And we were like, literally, it's just not like we were at a protest like in the street. We were literally marching to the Capitol.
That's crazy.
It was thousands of people out there.
So how is, like, I know with like the Rashad Brooks killings, like the protests like really amped up down here. So how is it, are the protests still going on now? How is it down here?
They do still have a lot of protests. I've been to a couple of them myself. Now they're more peaceful. So after George Floyd's murder, they, escalated, and then it went back to being peaceful. And then Rashad Brooks, I think that escalated things for a little bit. And so now they're back to, but there are like some businesses that still have not opened. Like closer to where I live, I know the Target on Piedmont, and then the Target that's right across. So when you line up for the Peachtree Road Race, that Target that's right there, they still have not opened back up for business. Like, they looted a lot of store. Dior.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, oh, I should have went to Dior. Because I want that saddleback. Look, you know what I'm talking about? It looks like a saddle.
That's out of my budget, girl.
I've been looking at that thing since I was 19 years old, and I was like, y'all didn't tell them? No.
Girl, you better get that pre-owned.
How?
I ain't gonna put it on here, but I'm gonna give you the site, girl.
Okay.
Listen, save yourself some coins, because some of those bags, like Dior, doesn't hold their value.
They don't.
So you can get a good deal on pre-owned bags.
Are we still boycotting Gucci?
I haven't bought anything new from Gucci, but I still wear my Gucci bag.
Okay, because I want, it's one of the popular ones. It's black. Heather has it, and when she takes a picture with it, I'm like, oh, I want that, because she's fashionable.
Listen, I never wore H&M, so that boycott was easy for me.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that. Yeah.
And what was the other one?
Gucci, H&M. At some point, all of them, they just misstep.
Yeah. I haven't bought any new Gucci. I don't plan to, but what I'm wearing.
So can I go buy new Gucci?
Yeah, this your money. Shoot.
I don't want my cousins to be like,
listen,
judging me.
I wear my. I only have one Gucci bag, right? And it's a summer bag. I back that bag out every summer, and I have my Gucci more on my belt, and I'm wearing my stuff. Shoot. Boycott goes but so far. Listen, no one can tell me how to spend my money.
This is true.
Okay, so if I like a brand, it depends what the brand does and how they rectify the situation.
Yes.
You know, so Gucci put their measures in place, and you know, I don't remember what they did, but
and I still drink Starbucks and all that. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I ain't drinking no more Starbucks. Starbucks is canceled.
What did they do recently? Oh no.
What did they? Oh, the employees came with the Black Lives Matter mask, and they said they couldn't wear it.
I thought they fixed it.
They did. So then they made Black Lives Matter shirts to sell.
Wait, to sell?
To sell. I don't know if the money was going to. I don't know if they were donating the money, but I know that they were selling.
100% of the proceeds should go.
But damn, Starbucks making too many mistakes.
Because every time I go in there, I spend $12 on coffee. So now you're trying to sell the T-shirts.
Listen,
you don't want to just make a donation.
I need you to get an espresso machine. I'm gonna show you one. There's one over here. I got one at home.
Okay.
It's like $200.
I've seen you doing it on your Instagram stories.
Girl, that coffee is bae. Okay, it tastes better than Starbucks.
Okay.
It's worth the investment. It is so good.
I got a ring light. I need to get a camera. I need to get some microphones. Listen, and now I got to get an espresso machine.
We not look, this is Atlanta. Y'all don't have any black owned coffee shops around here? There's none in my neighborhood. So
you know what? I do believe there are some, not where I live. She
live in Buckhead, y'all. Ain't no black owned coffee shops over there.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure there are, because we have Atlanta is just like Wakanda. Mm-hmm. That's one of the things I love about it. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I know there's probably 11 black owned coffee shops, just not where I live.
Yeah, no, I'm done with Starbucks. Like, I have some money on my gift cards. I'm gonna spend those.
I think I spent all my money on my gift card.
If I ever get out, because I haven't been to Starbucks since like February.
I took a beach trip a couple of weeks ago, and we stopped at the Starbucks drive-thru, and that's how I used up the last bit of money that I had on my gift card.
Well, let's talk about that beach trip.
Hey, okay.
Wait, where'd you go? What was it called? Margarita Island? What was that place called?
Amelia Island.
Amelia Island. I'm like, wait, when you posted, I'm like, let me click, where the hell did I get at?
Y'all know I'd be like, skirt. So when I went, I was telling people, I'm back on my, I'm like, home. You know what I'm saying? Back on my BS. So it's like 45 minutes north of Jacksonville, Florida. So it was drivable. Mm-hmm. So that's how I picked that. Yeah, it's actually called Amelia Island Plantation.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Wait, so how long did it take? You drove from here?
Mm-hmm.
How long?
About 5 hours.
Well, that's not so bad.
Maybe about 5.5 or 6, because I remember there was a stop, saw a Captain D's. And I was like, I hadn't had Captain D's in like 3 years.
What's that?
You don't know what Captain D's is? Like Long John Silver? Do y'all have those up north?
No.
Wait. Do y'all have like Red Lobster and stuff?
We have Red Lobster.
Captain D's is like the McDonald's of Red Lobster. It's a drive-through, like fast food, cod, deep fried seafood type place. You've never had a Captain D's?
Mm-mm.
Kim, you have to go to Captain D's before. They have like the best hush puppies in the world.
They have a drive-thru.
Yes, they do have a drive-thru.
Okay.
And when you go, you have to get hot sauce and tartar sauce.
For the fish?
Yes.
Can't live. I can't live.
These are some great microphones.
Okay, so back to your trip to Florida.
Yes.
Now, how did you hear about this Amelia Island?
Amelia Island. A coworker told me about it when I first moved to Atlanta. She was telling me like all these places her and her husband would go. They really love to travel, and she was like, "Well, it's only a short drive," so I put it in my little mental, envelope. So the first time that I went actually was last year for my birthday, and I had so many trips that got canceled this year. Like in June, I was like, I gotta go. I gotta get back on my BS.
So is it like small? Did you rent a house? They have hotels?
I stayed at the Omni down there. So it's like set up like a resort. Like if you were to, so it's not all inclusive, but it's set up like a resort. Like if you were to do an all inclusive resort. So of course this year, so the spa wasn't open, of course. And a lot of the restaurants that I ate at last year, they haven't reopened, especially like the breakfast buffet where you can have the omelet lady make you an omelet. So that's still closed. So it was different. But it was still just a good time. And then it just made a big difference just to be at the beach.
I know. Yeah, I'm debating whether I'm gonna go away for my birthday or not.
Because you're a traveler.
Yeah, this is hard.
I have a bajillion dollar in Delta airline credits. Like, I was supposed to go to Cartagena for my birthday. Let's see. I was supposed to go.
We're gonna have to do a trip together.
Let's do like 5 of them.
I'm down with that. Look, I flew down. I was gonna drive down here, but it was like 14 hours. I was like, "That's too much. It's too much." So I flew down.
How was it?
It was normal.
Okay.
But everyone had a mask on.
Were you on Delta? Yeah, I read the emails that you have to wear a mask.
Everyone had a mask. The middle seats were empty.
Okay.
They came around like probably halfway in. It's only a 2-hour flight. So they came around with a snack bag. It had like a little bottle of Dasani.
Okay.
It had Cheez-Its. It had a Purell wipe.
Yes.
And something else in there. And when you get on the plane, they give you wipes too.
I like that.
And if you need a mask, they have masks they hand out.
Did they have any Lysol spray? Because it's hard to...
No. And I made a new clean your seat video that's coming soon.
Yes.
So
I was watching that like this week.
So look, I came with the tub of Lysol wipes.
Yes.
I had the whole tub. I wiped down all the seats. And you know what? They say that they're cleaning the seats better, but they're not.
Didn't they say they were going to do like this system? I saw the video where they're going to spray and...
Listen, when I pulled down the...
Still dirty.
It was dirty in there. Okay?
It's always dirty.
Yeah, so they're not cleaning as they might be spraying down the seats. I don't know. But you know what? They sent an email before we boarded and said, your plane has been sanitized. Which is bullshit because when I pulled down that seat.
What does that mean?
So,
because watching your video when you first published that video, was it last year?
I think it was like January this year.
Because I travel so much for work, I got on the airplane, I was like, "It says you got," and everybody was like looking at me. I was like, "Do you need a wipe?" But like I really started because all Black people like I think I had a touch of COVID back in January. But because I traveled, I travel so much for work, like it started to become like I was going to meet clients and we weren't shaking hands anymore. I could not find hand sanitizer like February, March in the airport, like to save my life. And it's always that thing where like, I don't need that. But yeah, so after I watched your video, like I stepped my A game all the way up.
And I was the only one wiping down my seat. People were looking at me like, what y'all looking at? You better wipe down your damn seat. They gave you wipes, wipe down your seat.
And the trays are filthy.
Disgusting. And they're still filthy.
Ugh.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. That was the only part, but I did that anyway, so that was like nothing new to me. But the flight experience wasn't bad at all.
You and Naomi Campbell, y'all bless my life. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm trying to, maybe I'll go somewhere for my, you know what, things change so fast. Like next week, if we could be blocked from going anywhere.
Because you're a Leo? August Leo?
August 3rd.
My dad is a July Leo. That's what I was like, I remember that. Okay, August.
Yeah, I always say real Leos are born in August. Like, if you're a July Leo, you're like a Cancer. You got to be born in August to be a Leo.
See, I'm an April Taurus, but most Tauruses, I've just made the cutoff. My birthday is April 26th. Most Tauruses run until like May 20th.
Yeah, so hopefully... I mean, I think the last 3 or 4 years I've been on a beach somewhere for my birthday. Last year I went to Greece, which was dope. But
I watched your videos of that and I like took notes. Listen, and look at us now.
We're going next, if we can travel. We're going for 2021 because my husband, his one of his coworkers is from Greece. Well, his family is from Greece. He's like first generation.
Because they showed you around when you were there, right? Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
So they're going back next year. So they told us to come too. So we're going back next year if we can go. If we can go, but
my trip to Cartagena, Colombia was rescheduled for next year, and next year I'll be the big 4-0. So
gotta go. My sister went there. Was it this year? This year she went like before all this. I think she went right when everything jumped off.
I like your sister. She's a bag of fun. She's my friend. She'll send me videos.
I would blow up her spot right now because she was just in Jamaica.
See, I didn't see that. She didn't post that, did she?
She didn't post that shit. She was just in Jamaica for the last 5 days.
No wonder she hasn't been sending me videos. She usually send me funny stuff to laugh at. Tell her don't drop me like that.
Oh my God. She sent me the food looked amazing. Like she looked like she said a lot of things were still closed there, but Yeah, they had a good time. One girl jumped the flight and took her butt to Jamaica.
I might go somewhere too. Yeah.
Listen, we can't sit at home forever. Like we have to get back into it.
And I work from home now too. That's why I'm getting into all this extra stuff. I'm like, okay,
it's too much.
I thought it was gonna last for 2 weeks.
Let me tell you. When we first got home, right, my son, I told him that, yeah, we're gonna be home for 2 weeks. Is that next Monday? Do you know this boy got up, got dressed, and was leaving for school?
He was excited.
He was out the door, and I heard the door. I jump out of bed. I'm like, "Where you going?" He's like, "I'm going to school." I'm like, "There's no school. School's canceled."
He said 2 weeks.
That's what he said. He said, "You said 2 weeks." I said, "No, school's canceled."
Forever.
I was cracking up at that. Oh my goodness. Okay, so moving along.
All right, what we got next?
So you made a jump into being a social media influencer? What would you call it?
I don't know if I'm influencing yet. That's the goal. Right now, maybe, let's say content creation.
Content creator, yes.
An aspiring social media influencer.
Yes.
I like that.
So, first you started on this TikTok thing.
TikTok, yes.
And we're going to get into TikTok because I always say, like, I'm too old to TikTok, right? And you know I downloaded TikTok because I know I would be talking to you.
Yes, so I love it. Okay.
I'm going to download TikTok and I still can't figure it out.
My nieces, they were like, TT, why don't you get TikTok? And I was like, what's TikTok? And they're like, get TikTok. And so I was like, no, I'm not getting TikTok. But then I kept seeing like other like people post videos. And I was like, well, let me see. So I downloaded and I actually recorded like 3 or 4 TikToks that I just kept to myself before I dropped like that first one. And so when I did, I was like, you know what? Let me get up and put on some clothes and shoot this TikTok.
I can't figure it out. I'm looking through the thing. I'm like, who? Okay.
What kind have you tried? Because some of them have like a lot of transitions, and it's really difficult.
I haven't tried nothing because I can't figure out how to get off of the first doggone page.
Okay, see, we're gonna TikTok 101.
What is this?
I did that one.
Wait, but how? Let me record my screen so I can put this on the video. So wait, how do I get out of this? How do I get out of this?
So,
I can't do this.
So say if you wanted to use this sound over. Hold on, Kim, what you do? Hold on.
I don't know what I'm doing.
If you wanted to use that sound over, you press that right there. And then these are all the people that have used this sound. And then you can say you want to use it. And then you can I set my timer. I do the 3-second timer, so that gives me time to set the camera up and then run back. You can add speed, sort of like if you're taking a picture with your iPhone, you can video. You can set the speed. You can put on some filters if you want to. You can have the flash come on and off. But yeah, so like say if we were gonna record, so it's technically recording right now. I probably should have flipped the camera. I'm acting like I don't know. So yeah, it would just be recording us. And then you do it.
Wait, but how do you follow along with people?
Well, see, that's the beauty of it. So you use look, I'm just making a whole mess of it. So you use the different sound bites, but you can add your own spin to it. So like I'll hear something. So if you see mine, I do like a lot of work from home.
Wait, how do I even follow? Look.
Kim, okay.
I feel like I'm like computer illiterate on this thing.
Hold up.
How do you follow people?
Confirm. How do we get out of here? All right, so we're gonna back out. We're gonna go.
Wait, the only person I'm following is Jason Derulo because they recommended him.
Yeah, they recommended him to me too. I had to let him go. He posts too much. Look, why can't I spell my own username?
Wait, go back. How did you find people?
Discover.
Discover. Wait.
And then you go to search. So if you type in Dyetta, it should come. So there I am.
Okay.
And then that's a lot to go through. Boom.
You have 11,000 followers?
I went viral a couple of times.
Oh, look, when I saw Amanda Sales reposting it, I was like, you made it, girl. Amanda Sales reposted you.
Yes. And so I was sitting at home one night just watching, I don't know, probably something on Netflix. And my best friend, he called. He said, hey. I said, hey. He said, what you doing? And I was like, I'm watching TV. He said, well, one of my friends called and said, have you talked to Donyetta today? And he's like, no, not today. Why? And he's like, you should call her because Amanda Seals posted her on Insta. I was like, "Ah!" I don't want to scream because your microphone picks up. But I was like, hold on. Yes, Amanda. So when you sent me the message, I was like, thank y'all so much for telling me, because I was following her, but you know, sometimes she posts a lot of things in her stories. So I would have missed it. But yeah, you and maybe like 2 or 3 of my other friends. And I was like, thank y'all for telling me, because I would have missed it and I would have been so upset when it deleted after 24 hours.
I saw that. I said, Amanda Seals reposted that.
I was like, Mama, I made it.
Look, I got excited when Don Lemon reposted my little message.
I saw that. I was like, yes.
I'm like, but Donyetta got Amanda Seals.
Yes.
Wait,
So,
how
yeah.
the heck you get 11,000 followers?
So like I just been posting. So a lot of the stuff I'll do, like I said, I make fun of working from home and the fact that I don't want to turn my camera on for the Zoom because I want to keep my satin bonnet on. So there's me and Kathy. Do you know Kathy?
No.
She's a runner here in Atlanta. So we do some together. But like little stuff like this. But what happened is one that I use my own voice for. So you can make your own voice. You don't have to do a voiceover.
You have a lot on here.
Where is it? One of mine went viral. So that one has over 1 million people have seen that one. And so with TikTok, so now that you follow me, you can download.
Sorry, I'm late, guys. I had a real hard time getting here this morning.
Yeah, you can
That's
save
on
my
this one.
video. Yeah, that's the one. So you can save that video and then repost it. But when you repost it, it still says my username in the top. So like everybody kept posting it and reposting it. And because this is my original audio, if you wanted to use it and lip sync to my voice, you could. So some people have done that too.
And how do you do that? This is too advanced for me.
So we're looking at mine, and then you click that little spinning wheel, and then you just go use that sound, and you go through and record like we were.
So do they
early.
record it to their phone first to follow back to you? How does that work?
No, well, if you want to repost my video, you can download it to your phone. I do have my settings where this is the first time I ever had a public account on any social media platform too. So this was like new for me. But if you just want to do my voiceover, then you don't have to download it. You can just use the sound and then record like however you improv it. So that one. So funny story. Do you know what Grindr is?
Yeah. The gay sex app, right?
Yes. So one night I woke up in the middle of the night and there's an Instagram page, I think it's called Best of Grindr. And I had a message from them. And I was like I've heard of Grindr because I listen to the Read podcast. And they're always like giving advice for people. Like, I met my boo on Grindr and I thought we closed our account, but he still has his. I'm like, you got hoodwinked and bamboozled. But I had a message from this Instagram page and they reached out. They said, hey, you know, this is, I think it's Best of Grindr IG page. We cater to, you know, making memes for gay men. And said, I saw one of your videos on TikTok. Could I use it? Could I post it? And I was like, I said, well, sure. If it's in a positive light, I don't mind. He said, of course. He said, I'll send it to you before I post it. I'm saying he. I think it was a he who runs the Instagram page. And so he sent it to me, and it was literally that video of me running late, even though I'm working from home. And so he posted it and tagged me. And then, like, that day, I got like 400 or 500 new followers on Instagram. Like, when I tell you, the gays come out to support, and I'm here for all of it. But yeah. So like little stuff like that. Like, I've had people from Switzerland, a lady from Switzerland found me from TikTok because my Instagram name is the same, and she said, hey, I just want to let you know all the way in Switzerland we're watching. Or I've had people, so I'm becoming a sensitive thug as I get older, but I've had people that I don't know that have reached out to me. Like one lady specifically, I remember she said, you know, I've been feeling really down lately because my husband's hours got cut at work because of COVID. And she said, your video really made my day. So thank you for posting these TikToks. So I'm
Aww.
but yeah, so I get messages like that all the time. And it's just, I still can't, I can't believe
So
it.
TikTok is lit.
Yeah, it's lit.
So I need to come on over to my TikTok's
And you better
gonna
hurry
be
because
whack.
you know they keep saying they're gonna ban it in the US.
Because it's from China, like, right?
Yeah, so they say like when you agree to the permissions, whatever, you're giving up all of your information. But I give it to all the other social media platforms too.
All of them. They
So,
don't let you
yeah.
proceed unless you say yes.
Yeah, Facebook Messenger, all of them.
What you doing? Eating?
What is
Eating.
that? Probably those pretzels and stuff. Oh, that one about my toxic trait. Try that bag of pretzel chips that I love. That's me and my shenanigans. Oh, that's one of my favorites.
Wait, how do you do all of these, like,
That's why I said if you do transitions, you have to pause it. So I'll record all of the pieces. Oh, Kim, we're getting into...
Yeah, like, this is
like,
above my
okay,
pay grade. Let me
so
stick
let's
to
say-
making videos.
If I wanted to do 2 different people, I record a little bit, pause, record a little bit, pause. So I'll keep on the same outfit, and then I'll go back and change, and then just edit it where I'm. So it's sort of like you would do for iMovie,
It's too
but you
much.
got to change clothes.
No, that's too much. So you have to do it all inside of the app? You can't, like...
You can import it, but I don't, because if I use a voiceover that I'm lip syncing to, it can be a little bit off. But you can just record whatever you want on your phone. I hope it's an iPhone, because I don't like Androids. On your iPhone.
Team Apple.
The only droids I like are in sci-fi movies. And so you can record it somewhere else and then import it. Because a lot of people, like when they start, so some people have like these full semantic looking videos, so they edit them in iMovie, or what's the one you said you use?
Final Cut Pro.
Final Cut Pro, and they have like transitions where they turn into a crow and fly off like it's Harry Potter movie or something. And so I'm not that advanced, but some people, they really have good editing skills, so that's what they do.
Okay, so what came next, your blog or your YouTube channel?
YouTube. It was only like a week difference between. So TikTok, I was on there for a little bit, maybe a month and a half. Then YouTube, and then maybe like the next week, I started my blog. So yeah, I just bit off a bunch of, it's work.
So what made you want to start a YouTube channel?
So I used to have a YouTube channel back in 2012, and I used to review natural hair products. So I used to wear my hair like a boy, and then I started growing my hair out. So I was like, I'm gonna start reviewing products. Can you hear that?
Look, I'm gonna leave this part in the show because my mother will not stop coming in and out of here. Look, she's walking by. You can't see her. She's walking by right now.
She power walking. So yeah, I used to have a YouTube channel back in 2012. I used to review like natural hair products and things, but it was so much work. Like I didn't realize shooting it is okay, but the editing, and so I just deleted the whole channel. I wish I had some of those videos. That's back when I had braces. I had braces in my 30s, girl. So yeah, and so after I started doing the TikTok, I was like, wait, well, this is sort of kind of fun. So I did the YouTube, and then a bunch of my friends used to keep telling me like, oh, you should do YouTube and you should do a blog, and I'd be like, I've done that before, it's a lot of work and I don't want to do it. And they were like, well, you can pay somebody. I'm not making money. Yeah. And so after I started doing the TikTok and I liked it, I was like, you know what, especially when I started getting such positive feedback, I was like, I got a little bit of light I can shine, let me go ahead and so the blog is actually harder than the TikTok.
Really?
And the YouTube, because I have my own domain, so it's Dyetta.com. So I paid for a company to host my domain, and I thought it was gonna be like Facebook. So Facebook, I log in and I post stuff. I didn't know I have to build my entire blog. So like when y'all click on the menus and the different pages, that is a labor of love. I built all of that. If I never hear the words plugin or widget ever again in my life.
Girl, I know, because I got my sites on a WordPress site too.
How come you didn't tell me?
You didn't ask.
Like 30 minutes after I paid for it, I was like, what's the refund policy? Like I really looked for the refund policy. So I stayed up like one night until 6 a.m. Until I figured that stuff out. I was about to say.
And people think it's easy. Like they see the finished product and they think, you know, it is work, y'all. It is
a labor of
love.
love.
A lot of work.
Because people would tell me like, oh, you're doing those TikTok videos, you must be bored, or you got a lot of time on your hand. No, I don't. Like this is actually cutting into my personal life and my sleep schedule. Like I don't believe in the concept of being bored. It's always something I could do. So yeah, I think people misunderstand like if you're always creating something and putting it out there is out of like boredom. Like we're just, you know, creative individuals.
And
but,
you know, I used to like blog on my races. You know, I would do a race review, and then I didn't update my blog for like a year.
Because you sort of crash and burn if you don't. Yeah, it's a lot.
And then like my Facebook page, I stopped updating my like straight Kim page. Like I stopped updating all of that, and I was just like on Instagram because it's just so easy. Post a picture and you're done.
And then too, another thing I noticed, like if you post something and you be like, oh my God, I think this is so great, and people are really gonna be receptive, and you be like, my best friend and my mama didn't even nobody watched it. So you know what I'm talking about. Support your friends like y'all support these celebrities.
You know, hello.
Yes.
And you know what I hate? My mother does this, okay? She'll tell me something about a video. I'm like, but did you like it though? Did you like the video? Did you repost the video?
I call people, I'll be like, you commented, but you did not like. I need my like. Like
the video. The like helps with us getting noticed.
Yes.
You know, this podcast, go on the podcast. Go if you're on Apple Podcasts, rate the podcast.
Yes, subscribe.
Subscribe.
Even if you're not going to listen all the time, just let me know you.
But yeah, people think like it's hard maintaining a blog.
It's really hard.
Posting on your, and you know what sucks? Facebook, like they don't show people your content anymore. Do you notice that?
I've noticed that, especially so there's a difference between the engagement I get on my page for my blog as opposed to my personal page, but a lot of those people are the same like group of people. So yeah, the algorithms.
Like when I go back years ago, like my straight Kim page used to get like a ton of likes. Now I'll get like 20 or 30 likes maybe on a picture. But if I add a link to a post, no one sees it.
I added something this morning. I'm like,
no one sees it. Like Facebook wants you to pay. If you don't pay,
you know what? I paid last week.
Did you get any results though?
Kim,
it's a waste.
So I got 30 followers. They said spend $25. We'll run an ad for $5 a day, and I was like, okay, because I'm trying to get because I do want to eventually stop posting my blog stuff on my personal Facebook because I don't want my friends to get tired of me. So I paid the $25, and I was like, I'm gonna get so many followers. I got 30. I got 600 on my own just for free for telling my friends. Like, literally, I got 30 new followers. And I'm appreciative of those 30s, but I want my $25 back.
It wasn't worth the $25. Yeah, they want you to spend money, hundreds.
Instagram does, too.
Oh, yeah.
I've been shadow banned on Instagram a few times.
What does that mean?
So shadow ban, like, I find all kind of stuff on the internet. I'm an FBI agent. If you need some research on something, let me know. So shadow banning is this theory that people have about Instagram. Your picture does not violate their policy, so they can't remove it, but they do suppress it, so only people who already follow you will see it. So on Instagram, I've mastered the art of hashtags. When I went to Amelia Island, I posted a picture of me in a swimsuit. And this sounds so vain, but I was like after a while the likes went down. I was like, why is nobody liking this photo anymore? So that's gonna sound vain, but I'm paying attention to my engagement and I'm starting to track all that stuff, and I have a creator account or maybe a business account now, so I can look at my analytics. And I was like, that's weird, because like the first hour I got 200 likes. 3-4 hours later I only got 25 more. So I'm Googling it and shadow banning. So I use the hashtag. You can get shadow banned for a plethora of things. One, I use the hashtag swimwear. Instagram shut that hashtag down because people had been posting inappropriate things up under the hashtag. So once one of your hashtags gets shut down, all of them no longer work. So if you were to click swimwear, you won't see my picture. If you click Dyetta, I have my own hashtag, you won't see my photo anymore. And then I have seen articles that say that Instagram, the algorithm. So I know a messy person that excused some behavior that they were doing based on the algorithm. So every time I say algorithm, I just want to bust out laughing. But that's the whole, I'll tell you that offline. The algorithms. The algorithms. Yeah. So I posted a picture of me in a swimsuit, and this time I didn't use any of those hashtags. But Instagram does this thing where if they feel your picture is too much sauce, they will suppress it, and only people that already follow you will like it. So my big thing was I was messaging Instagram every day because I had time. I see pictures of people who don't look like me in swimsuits, and their pictures are showing up under their hashtags.
And did they respond?
You know they did not. I said, I think Instagram is racially biased and blah, 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 blah. But yeah, they didn't respond.
They gonna kick your ass off the platform.
Yeah. Look, you might want to cut this part out. I just got unshadow banned. The picture I posted, like, go back and look at, like, the likes I've been getting lately. Baby, they had me on Instagram.
I didn't
lockdown.
know that exists.
So there's a big gripe that a lot of people saying that Instagram tries to police women's bodies. So if a woman posts something, she gets slapped on the wrist for it on social media platforms, but men do not. There are a lot of people that gay, lesbian, bisexual, or identify as queer that say that Instagram suppresses their stuff. Instagram suppresses, it's alleged that they suppress like pole dancers. So everybody who dances on a pole is not exotic. Like that's I've taken a pole dance class. I can't do it.
That's
like
exercise.
that is an art. And it's not raunchy, but a lot of these people say that they noticed their engagement plummeted when Instagram changed their policy. It's just I'll have to send you some of the articles. And so like a lot of people say that Instagram is racially biased. So like women of color can post a one-piece bathing suit, and then non-women of color can have a two-piece bathing suit, and it can be a thong.
That's crazy.
And that picture, I can follow the hashtags and see that picture. Yeah, edit all of this out. I'm gonna be put on Instagram lockdown one more again.
They gonna ban your ass for show
Forever. I'm gonna have to come back like with another account. I'm gonna be like Joe from you. I'm gonna have to have on a hat. And so just like in this climate, just like being aware of those types of things, like it's exhausting. Yeah.
It's exhausting. Shoot.
Like make it is, if everybody gonna get banned for, you know, posting a swimsuit photo, then I won't have a gripe about it. But if it's just like a select group of people and it looks a certain way, I don't like that.
Damn, I haven't been in a swimsuit in forever, so I don't even know. But
like, you know how long it took me to find a one piece that I wanted to post a picture in? Because I'm not running like I used to.
Listen, one piece is a bae. Shoot, I got some fly ass one pieces in my
them.
repertoire.
Like one of my run friends sent me a picture after my trip. She said, "Hey, I got a question." And I said, "What?" She said, "Did you get enhanced?" And I was like, "What's that?" Girl, I thought she meant like filters on my photos. She asked me, did I get a boob job? Girl, no, I'm over here getting fat. But thank you.
No, I just put a little bit of COVID weight on. I ain't getting no enhancements over here.
I'm glad it went there, not a bunch of other places. But I was like, no.
Shoot, I'm trying to run off this damn COVID weight now.
You look good.
Listen, my little love handles back here and all.
I am 20 pounds heavier than when I ran New York.
Listen, I think the last time I got on a scale, I was like 150 something.
I'm not going to tell you how much I'm in the 160s.
I've been there. My heaviest was probably 160. But I'm 5'7".
Oh, I didn't say 160. I said 160s.
How tall are you though?
5'5" with brown eyes.
You're 5'5"?
I got.
I'm 5'7".
I have long limbs. No.
I can't believe you're only 5'5".
People always like. I remember somebody told me that I have the wingspan of LeBron James. No, I'm only 5'5", but for some reason I have like people like, did you play basketball? No, I played the clarinet.
See me, I got up to 160, but I'm 5'7", and all my weight goes to my ass and
That's
my thighs.
where you wanted to go though.
No, my ass too big now. So all my pictures are from the front, like y'all not seeing my ass.
Baby,
my ass got big.
I'll be on Instagram jail again, be like.
No, see, I don't show my, because that gives too much. I don't need the extra attention. Like,
yeah, see, I didn't think about that.
Yeah,
there's some trolls on the internet.
Too much, and the DMs they're little. I don't need no more attention. Like,
I don't even read mine anymore.
Yeah, like I can't. No. So you see me from the front. You ain't seeing my ass.
That's all y'all gonna get. It's for her husband. It ain't for y'all.
Look, I just posted 2 pictures of the sports bra. I never posted pictures of the sports bra. I posted 2. One today and one last week.
Last year I put some in my stories, and it's funny because you know you always want what you don't have. I was looking at some pictures. I was like, I wish I had last year's stomach.
Right?
Yup.
Shoot. Listen, my little 100-mile journey is helping me lose a little bit of weight, but it's hard when you. We in the kitchen, y'all, and they just up in here fixing up leftover. Look, what?
Can I speak in my own house?
He made an appearance. I like he had that bravado. Can I speak in my own house? I like that.
Yes.
No, the way y'all was talking, the conversation y'all was having, I thought y'all was finished.
No, we're recording.
That means it's flowing naturally. Thank you. That's a
We're
yeah.
recording.
I can keep talking?
No.
If we keep talking, we got to turn the camera around and you got to be in it too.
Oh my goodness. What you about to do now?
Fix the other stuff.
He gonna put the microwave on.
No, I can take those. I got a microwave upstairs.
Oh Lord have mercy. Look, we almost done.
I'm sorry.
We said that an hour ago too, though.
Okay, so I want to thank Donyetta for being on the Runway podcast. We can go on forever, but
Like
we're
we're probably gonna talk 2 hours after this
Yeah.
stops, but y'all won't get to see
we'll
it.
come back for a part 2 when I come back down here.
I love it.
Y'all hear from her again, but let the audience know where they can find you.
All right. So on Instagram, I am Dyetta, Dyetta. My blog is dyetta.com. You can find me on YouTube, Dyetta, and on Facebook, Dyetta. Personal Facebook, Donyetta Edwards.
We make it easy.
Yeah.
Dyetta everywhere.
Yeah.
Search, Google her, you'll find all her links there.
Did I
And
say YouTube too? Yeah.
Yeah, YouTube. I'll put everything in the description down below. They'll be in the show notes. So if you want to hit her up, follow her on TikTok. I'm finally following her.
Yes.
So
And we're gonna get you. We're gonna post a TikTok video soon. We're gonna work on that after. We're gonna get it.
we're gonna do some of this. And what were they doing?
All kind
I
of
know.
savage love.
All right. So thank you for being on the show.
Thank you so much for
and
having me. I had a blast.
We will catch you on the next one.
Bye.
Later.